When did this happen? How did I get brought to my knees without making a single goal the entire game? I'm the king of the field, not these plebs.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Sansen Senpai Nu. In the previous episode, Isagi Yoichi, Nagi Seishiro, and Baru Shoei struggled to function as a team because of Baru's refusal to pass or cooperate. His obsession with being the king clashed directly with Isagi's vision-based playstyle. However, we saw Isagi starting to think about how to use Baru instead of fighting him. Now in episode 18, the match reaches a critical point, and this is where Baru's character will be tested. I think Isagi will find a way to break Baru's ego and force him to evolve into something more dangerous, a striker who can still dominate but within a system. This could be one of the biggest turning points in Isagi's journey so far.
Even back then, I always played the lead performer.
Oh man, Baru, you're amazing!
I had real talent.
I'm glad you're on our team. I'd hate to play against you.
Everyone else was relegated to a supporting role.
You wanna win? Then stay out of my way so I can score.
You got it. We're invincible now!
They're happy, even if they're side characters. Why bother playing soccer at all? I'm the king, not them.
Eventually, I gave up figuring the others out and pursued my own style of soccer. Then suddenly, one day, the answer finally became clear to me. I didn't like soccer just because I got to feel like royalty. And yeah, obviously it wasn't because I loved kicking a ball around either. I liked it because there were always players who dedicated their whole lives to the sport and thought they were the lead, until I showed up and eclipsed their spotlight. There's nothing more exhilarating than shoving them off the stage. I know that feeling more than anyone. It's pure joy. Nothing else even comes close. And only the strongest get to experience it.
We're nearly caught up, but they're only 1 point away from winning. Let's go even the score.
Yeah, our comeback starts up. In you go! Are you kidding?
Just went for it?
Damn it! Kunigami, get the loose ball! That ball's all ours! Ryo, time for a swift counter!
From the very beginning of his football journey, Baru had always seen himself as the one controlling everything on the pitch. He believed the game revolved around him, like he was born to dominate it. But somewhere along the way, he began to realize something deeper. Football wasn't just about feeling like a king on a throne. What truly drew him in was the thrill of dragging those who lived and breathed the game into despair, crushing their hopes in an instant with his own goals. That twisted kind of satisfaction became impossible for him to deny. But as the saying goes, the more you create karma, the more it comes back around. Baru was now experiencing that very helplessness he once inflicted on others. Even so, instead of backing down after conceding another goal, he stubbornly pushed forward, determined to prove himself. From an unbelievable distance, he took a desperate shot, gambling everything on it. Of course, it didn't go in. As the ball continued to move through the chaos of the field, it became a loose battle between multiple players. Nagi and Isagi kept circling around it, constantly interfering and preventing the opposing team from regaining control. The ball rolled dangerously close toward Baru's territory. And when I say close, it still hadn't fully reached him yet, but that was enough space for Chigiri to rely on his incredible speed to potentially intercept it. At that moment, Baru felt more useless than ever. Everything he had believed about himself seemed to be collapsing. But right when that thought peaked, Isagi appeared again. In a decisive instant, Isagi gave a clear command, almost like forcing a reaction out of him. Baru's body moved almost on instinct, as if something beyond his control had taken over, and he struck the ball cleanly toward Isagi. That shot from Isagi, ending in a goal, felt like it crashed directly into Baru's worldview. It shattered everything he had built in his mind. In that
Go ahead and try dare you?
Man, the psycho got on me fast!
Pass over here! We can't lose it! You're so close!
Nice! It's yours!
You read my movements?
No, you don't. You can't have it your way all the time!
Guys, loose ball!
Finally, it's arrived. My chance to remind them that I'm the lead character. The shot zone's wide open. This one's going in the goal. I just gotta eat up the last few meters with my first touch.
You're still going to be one step short, kid. Nice try, but I'm faster than you.
Bastard. If I take a touch, he'll catch up to me. Damn. Damn. Damn! What do I do? Shoot when I'm out of range? It's not fair. My ideal zone is right there. Just one step away. I won't make it.
I'm waiting. Pass. That was a nice pass, donkey. Do me a favor and stay out of my way so I can score.
What is this feeling? Like despair has my heart in a death grip. Is this what defeat feels like? That pass I made, it wasn't my choice. It was forced out of me. In that moment, I was defeated by Yoichi Isagi. If you're smart, you'll move, or I'll kill you. You have no talent. You choke the way you're talking now. You must want the king to personally demolish you. Shut up, loser. You'll do what you do best and serve me. I'd rather drop dead right this second than play for somebody else's sake.
You wanna win? Stand clear and I'll score.
He swooped in and stole the lead role. Soccer no longer exists to serve me. Pathetic. I'm no king at all.
At that moment, he came to a painful realization. Maybe Isagi was the true protagonist here. And maybe he, Baru, was never a king at all. Just another player trying to survive in a game that didn't revolve around him. The score was now tied at 4-4. With everything on the line, Kunigami's team decided to make Chigiri the focal point of their final strategy. They were willing to bet everything on his speed in this last play. Naturally, Nagi also recognized how dangerous Chigiri was. With that kind of acceleration, there was no way to tightly mark him in a normal way. Isagi, however, already had a solution forming in his mind. While Baru was still mentally shaken, Isagi and Nagi moved forward, ignoring his emotional collapse. In fact, they even declared in their own way that the outcome of this final play would be decided by them alone. From the moment the next phase began, even something as simple as Isagi breathing seemed to make the opponent suspicious, as if he was always plotting something deeper. After what felt like an endless moment of hesitation, Reo, the one with purple hair, finally decided to pass the ball to Chigiri. But just as he made that decision, Nagi suddenly rushed forward. It looked like he was trying to cut off the pass directly, relying purely on reaction speed instead of waiting. But Isagi had already anticipated everything. The ball eventually rolled into Baru's zone again, and once more, he found himself forced into action. This time, however, something was different. Instead of anger or frustration, Baru felt something else rising inside him. A strange clarity. He wasn't angry anymore. In fact, he seemed to have discovered something about Isagi and Nagi. The way they played, the way they shined, it blinded him in a way that strangely fascinated him. For a brief moment, he even considered that maybe being their teammate wouldn't be so.
Isagi's kind of a badass.
This next play will decide it all.
Just keep him from reaching the ball no matter what. Got that right. There's no stopping him if he does. The ball is ours, so we control the last play. Whatever it takes, we have to make this next goal. If they get possession, we're done. Then I say we should rely on my speed. It gives us the best possibility of scoring, at least right now.
Okay. That's the general plan then.
We're betting it all on this shot. We've got no other choice. This game is ours. Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm here.
It's gonna be their ball at the restart. So our first priority is stealing it from them. Agreed. But we need to keep an eye out for Chigiri. He can outrun us in a foot race every time, even if we mark him. And if his control's the same as earlier, his speed won't drop at all. If we sprint at the same time, there's no way we can catch up to him. In that case, we'll have to stop him before it comes to that. Sounds like you have a plan. I do. Leave Reo to me. Just a sec. Shouldn't we be sharing this with him? It's way easier to defend with 3. And it's all over if they score before us. There's nothing we can say that will matter to a king dethroned. You and I will have to settle this. The last play is up to us. Got it. Looks like they're focusing all their defense on blocking my route to Chigiri, while the one to Kunigami is wide open. Meaning they don't care if I pass it that way. Crap, I wanted to use Chigiri's speed, but passing from here will put him at a disadvantage. Plus, Nagi's got a laser sight on him. No doubt about it, they've seen through our tactics. Heads up!
So I'm not a threat, huh? But what now? Can't risk a less than perfect pass. Should I try losing Bato? No, that's just as risky. Leo, back at you!
This won't work. Kunigami and I can't go on the attack here. Wait, what the hell am I thinking? I can take this guy. He must have blocked Chigiri's route. And I'll break it wide open. Not yet. First, draw him in. I don't need to get past. All I need is a clear path. A single opening. There it is. Take the shot. Okay. I beat you, Yuichi Isagi! Leave it to me. What the? Where's he going? Nagi's chasing down my pass. There's no way. He knew he couldn't outrun Chigiri, so he decided to not even try. And intercept my pass himself? Thanks for the assist, Reo.
Bad. But just as he prepared to shoot, something inside him shifted. His legs felt heavy, like the ground itself was resisting him. It wasn't an earthquake, it was Baru himself changing direction mid-movement. He suddenly realized that passing the ball now would mean accepting defeat. And that thought triggered something within him. His dribbling became unpredictable, almost chaotic, as he forced his way forward. He broke past Kunigami, then slipped through Rio's defense, and even used Isagi himself as a kind of stepping stone to advance further. His style became aggressive, almost like he was devouring everything in his path, including his own teammates' expectations. At that moment, Isagi understood it clearly. What was happening between him and Baru wasn't just teamwork or opposition anymore, it had become a predator and prey relationship. Each of them was trying to consume the other first, to prove their own football philosophy was superior. And that intense clash was what ultimately pushed them forward and led them toward victory. After the play ended, Isagi instinctively reached out for a high five with his newly awakened teammate. But Baru immediately grabbed him by the collar instead, still holding onto his earlier frustration. He hadn't forgotten being called useless. That insult still burned in his mind. Isagi, slightly awkward, simply apologized and tried to defuse the situation. Combined with Nagi's calm acknowledgement, Baru's anger slowly cooled down. Not completely gone, but enough to settle. On the field, what used to be Baru's personal kingdom now had two unexpected intruders, Isagi and Nagi, both refusing to acknowledge his authority. This forced him to evolve, to show them something new. And strangely enough, because of them, he no longer felt alone on the pitch. The transformation of Baru impressed even the Red.
I was wondering when you'd make your move.
My move? You've got to be kidding. This was part of his plan? What if he doesn't get the touch? Chiggity will, and it's game over for them. Reach it. Are they insane? Just minutes left in the match, and they took this big of a gamble? That was close. Time for shooter jet airborne. The ball's loose.
Let's go, donkey.
Come on and bring it, King! After accepting this thing called defeat, it became crystal clear. The field was lighting up to showcase his goals, not mine. Strangely enough, it doesn't bother me that much. Maybe because I don't have to worry about being the lead anymore.
This way! I'm here too, you know!
This guy.
Hold up, you bastard! Didn't really think it would be that easy, did you? Don't you ever run out of stamina, princess?
I've never felt like this. All these scoring rats, it's like they're taunting me with them. Even as a supporting actor, if I pass, we can win. I'm a vital piece of the goal. The two of them, they're shining too bright for me. Damn it. I finally understand. Every time those supporting actors would pass the ball to me, this must have been how they felt. This sense of defeat. I can save myself from it. If I entrust the goal to a better striker, we can win if I kick to them. So this is what it means to be a team. This is how I create a chemical reaction with them. For the defeated man in the supporting role, this is his reason for existing. What is this? It's like 1,000 hands are holding me back. Is this the future after I make this pass? I can see it now. I could leave the goal to them. It might even relieve me of this sense of defeat. No, that must be a lie. An escape for those with broken dreams, who can't stand to think their lives were wasted. Nothing but a loser's excuse. The idea of living like that is a future I refuse to accept! A chop feint and the cute ankle dribbling? Show me my new path. Wow!
Didn't know he could do that.
This isn't good.
Haired observer watching from the sidelines, who assumed Isagi had planned all of this from the beginning. But the truth was simpler. Isagi wasn't some mastermind god. He was just adapting, reacting, and growing like everyone else. In the end, one truth became clear to everyone. Even the best striker in the world cannot avoid defeat forever. What matters is whether you lie to yourself after losing, pretending it was just bad luck, or accept that you were simply not good enough yet, and use that as fuel to grow. And so, in the end, losing had already happened. But winning? That meant taking everything, including the people you needed, and refusing to let them go. After that moment, the atmosphere on the field shifted again. The tension didn't disappear, it simply changed shape, becoming sharper, more personal. Baru's expression was still rough, still stubborn, but something inside him had clearly been stirred. He wasn't just reacting anymore, he was thinking, even if he refused to admit it out loud. Isagi, on the other hand, could feel it too. The flow of the game had changed because of Baru's unpredictability. What used to be a straightforward king who demanded the ball was now someone who could no longer be fully predicted. That made him dangerous in a completely different way. Nagi stayed calm as always, but even he started to recognize that the match was no longer just about technique or speed. It was becoming something closer to instinct versus instinct, ego versus ego. Every player on the field was slowly being forced to reveal what kind of striker they truly were. The ball started moving again with increasing intensity. Quick passes, sudden interceptions, and split-second decisions began piling up. Each touch carried pressure, as if a single mistake could decide everything. The rhythm of the game no longer felt controlled by any one player. It felt like it was constantly breaking and rebuilding.
Passes to Isagi. We're done for. Which way? Will he try to go past me? No! He's definitely going for a pass! Oh, consecutive chops? No way! He used Isagi as a decoy! He's changing direction without losing power! A lightning dribble! Is this guy for real? He's evolving right as the match is about to end! Shiggy, move! Bottom's not gonna pass! I can see it. I can feel it. Because I experienced defeat, I made a discovery. An entirely new way of viewing the field. Not a route dependent on some lead actor, but a path that exists solely for me. A twisted path!
He used Isagi as a shield to conceal his next attack.
While you stood in the light, I was the shadow you didn't see. Now it's time for the darkness to devour you!
If they're teammates, why are they cannibalizing each other's plays?
So this is Bato's awakening.
By devouring each other to get ahead,
We found our chemical reaction!
he's running a path around their entire team.
I won't be reduced to a supporting role. Move it! So you want to be the lead? Fine then. I'm more than happy to play the villain. The one who devours your light!
Holy hell, dude. Welcome back, Majesty.
From now on, this king walks a twisted path. And I am the king.
Final score 4-5. This concludes the third stage of Blue Lock's second selection, the 3 versus 3 rivalry battle.
I'm top!
The winner of the match is Team White. Yoichi Isagi,
Whoa, high five
Seishiro
to Nile.
Nagi, and Shoei Baro.
First off, take it back now. Let's hear it. Still think I'm a donkey?
No, man, I made a huge mistake. Turns out you're even cooler than I thought.
Being around you really throws me off my game.
Nice shot! Guys, we won! Victory tackle!
Yeah, you're right on my bastard. Get off of me.
But seriously though, those chops, you're awesome! Why did you keep it a secret, dude?
I didn't. It just sort of came to me out there.
Oh, come on. Tell us. We want to know more.
Since forever, I thought the field belonged to me and everybody else was the supporting cast.
Building itself. Baru pushed forward again, this time without hesitation. He wasn't waiting for permission anymore, not even from himself. Every dribble felt heavier, but also more determined. He kept forcing his way through defenders, refusing to slow down even when the space closed in on him. Isagi tracked him carefully. He wasn't trying to stop Baru directly anymore, instead, he was reading him, following the patterns forming in his movements. Slowly, Isagi began to understand something important. Baru wasn't just playing selfishly. He was testing whether his ego could still survive in a system that no longer accepted blind dominance. That realization made Isagi's eyes sharpen. Because if Baru evolved again, he wouldn't just be a powerful striker, he would become an entirely different kind of threat. Nagi suddenly moved into position, sensing the next opening. His movements were still relaxed, almost lazy, but every step was placed exactly where it needed to be. He didn't rush, he simply waited for the moment the ball would inevitably come within reach. And just like that, the pressure snapped again. A loose pass was intercepted midair, and the ball changed direction instantly. For a split second, everything opened up, space appeared where there was none before. That was all Isagi needed to react. He shot forward, not at full speed like Chigiri, not with brute force like Baru, but with perfect timing. He moved into the gap as if he had seen it before it even existed. Baru noticed it immediately. That feeling again. The same one from before. The sensation that someone else was always one step ahead of him, not because they were stronger, but because they understood the game differently. The ball approached Isagi's path, but instead of shooting immediately, he hesitated for a fraction of a second. It wasn't doubt, it was calculation. He was waiting for something.
Didn't matter the players or the teams, it was all about me. But then, you two came along, and for the first time I had to give up the lead role to someone else. So, to survive here in Blue Lock, I decided to dominate the field as the villain instead. That's all there is to it.
Well, guess it helped we had crazy strong opponents. If they'd been weaker, then you might never have had your insight.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
So that explains it. This new chop dribbling weapon of yours was created when it felt like your back was against the wall. Yeah, there's no getting around it. You are amazing.
Shut up. My dream's to become the world's best striker. Doesn't make any difference to me if I have to play the villain for that to happen, just as long as I'm the king. And Isagi, I'm never losing to you again. You hear me?
Wait, you called him by his actual name. Not donkey, loser, etc.
Oh yeah.
You're a pain in the ass, Mr. Hasselman. No one's counting, except you.
Dude, use my name. It's Nagi, not Mr. Hasselman.
Not a chance. Can at best.
Hey, come on. No need to be rude.
We did good. Nice game.
Yep.
Unbelievable. He got past 3 elite players using his chop dribble, then fired an ultra-precise shot into the top right corner of the goal. Going purely off technique, he'd rank as one of the foremost talents in Japanese soccer. This Shohei Baro. I bet his awakening was part of your plan from the very beginning.
That was his talent. Yours has always been wrong.
What?
Listen closely, Hanri. In the world of competition, defeat is a naturally occurring phenomenon that must always exist. The idea of even the world's best striker winning every single match, well, it's an absurdity. What is crucial are the lessons gleaned from losing. When you're bested, it means being expelled from the arena. And for a warrior, there's no worse fate. And yet, many average Joes refuse to properly sear that feeling into their minds. Thus, they don't grow. They taste defeat due to their weakness and lack of talent. In lieu of confronting their mistakes, they instead choose to make excuses, subconsciously explaining it away.
They won, so what? I'm just getting started. That's right! When it comes to life, there's no game over!
It's a defense mechanism to trick themselves into thinking their hard work was all worth it and staying the course is the right answer. This bad habit, I like to call it dream doping. Their goal used to be achieving their dream, but now it's the act of chasing after it. I have zero interest in that garbage. These fools who continue deluding themselves, clinging tightly to a phantom. If you don't dedicate your life to reaching the top, what's the point? Still
For Baru, for Nagi, for the entire field to align into a single readable moment. And then it happened. Baru appeared, charging in like a storm, refusing to accept that the play could end without him being involved. His presence alone distorted the space around Isagi, forcing a decision to be made instantly. For a brief moment, Isagi felt it, the pressure of Baru's ego crashing directly into his own. But instead of breaking, he adapted. He shifted the ball at the last possible instant, redirecting it not toward the goal, but toward the space where Baru would inevitably move next. It wasn't a shot, it was a trap. Baru's eyes widened slightly as he realized it too late. His body had already committed forward. There was no stopping it now. And in that instant, Isagi read him completely. This wasn't about controlling the king anymore. It was about predicting the moment the king would lose control of himself. The ball moved exactly as Isagi had envisioned, slipping into the perfect position for the next action. Whether it would become a goal or another turning point didn't matter yet. What mattered was that the field had finally synchronized around a single truth. No one was the center anymore. Not Baru, not Isagi, not even Nagi. They were all just pieces inside a system that was constantly shifting, constantly evolving, where the only rule was to adapt faster than everyone else. Baru, still recovering from the realization that he had been read so clearly, clenched his teeth. But this time, it wasn't pure frustration. There was something else mixed in. Recognition. Because deep down, he understood it now. If he wanted to stay on this field as himself, he would have to destroy the version of himself that kept getting read like an open book. And that thought was both terrifying and exciting at the same time. The match wasn't over yet. In fact, it was only getting more dangerous.
It's vital. You're at the crossroads of your dream. You need to have genuine strength or you won't fully realize your powerlessness in that moment. Feeling despair is a must. There's a different path. One you can only see after you've given up the road you're currently on. It opens up all sorts of possibilities. Those athletes who are brave enough to confront their despair head on find they have the power to achieve their dream. Now then, as for the losers, you've reached your own crossroads.
So close. We nearly had them. If that pass had gotten through, I would have scored and we would have won. It's my fault. I wasn't good enough. Once they showed us their true strength, I never stood a chance. That's reality. It's over. Why did I even bother trying?
All right, time to decide.
Oh yeah, we gotta pick.
Yup. Who can help me beat Green and win Bachata back? And who gets left behind? So, who are we taking?
Henri Thierry's Blue Lock Journal. 5:30 a.m. Wake up, check emails, do morning yoga. 6:30, wake up Ego and clean up his disaster zone of a room. An hour later, make breakfast. 9 a.m., go over the health data for each athlete and meet with Ego. 10 a.m., check the current progress on the selection. 10:30, update each player's personal data. 12:30 p.m., lunchtime. Don't forget the hot water. Gotta work hard in the afternoon so we can win the World Cup. 1:30 p.m., learn more about soccer. Also, snack time. 3 o'clock, check the selection progress again. 3:30, another meeting with Ego. Afterwards, at 6 p.m., write up reports for the JFU. 7:30, check the health data of each player. 8:30, the workday's finally over. 9 o'clock, time to make some dinner. Ugh. I'm so beat. Now that I think about it, Ego only eats instant cup noodles. That can't be healthy for him. I want him to try something nutritious for a change. Hungry, Ego? How about a late-night snack of stir-fried veggies? Also, we have broccoli salad.
Yum. I suppose this kind of food's not so bad. Occasionally.
You ruined everything, you jerk! Stay strong, Henri. Keep your composure. I'm glad you enjoy it. Well, off to bed. The things I endure for the sake of winning a World Cup.
Alright, that is for today's lesson. Thank you so much for spending your time with me here on Sunset Smile. I truly appreciate every single one of you who watches, like, and support the channel. It really means a lot of give me motivation to create content like this. So, if you enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming lessons. Your support help me help the channel grow and bring more amazing content in the future. Let me know your true theory or what you want me to react to in the comment below. I would love to hear from you. Take care, stay awesome, and I will see you in the next video with more exciting lesson coming on your way. Peace, bye bye.